I have a new resource today, which I'm super excited to share with y'all. Hey everyone, my name is Kristen and welcome to my channel. I am currently a graduate nurse studying for my NCLEX exam. I figured I would go ahead and do like days in my life and then kind of update you on my NCLEX study plan. So if you're interested in wanting to know what I am up to and how I am studying for NCLEX, just go ahead and keep watching. Today has already been crazy, let me tell you. The first thing I have to do is update my NCLEX study schedule because I did sign up for NCLEX on July 14th. I am trying to see if I can take it maybe end of June, but I'm gonna plan for me taking my NCLEX in July. So I think I'm gonna kind of move my study schedule around just a little bit. I'm officially going to make it official and put it in my bullet journal so I have something to follow every day. I wanna make sure that I have everything planned to a T. I still have the ATI 3-day live review, so I wanna go ahead and make sure that I vlog all of that so y'all know how it went and specifically if I enjoyed it or not. So we will go ahead and get to all of that in a minute. One quick announcement I just wanted to update y'all on. There is a really good new resource out there by Picmonic and they actually sent it to me. It is their version of cheat sheets specifically for nursing school and studying for NCLEX. Picmonic is just a study resource for many students, including nursing students, and what Picmonic does to help students study is they create these videos that are very short and they create stories out of the information and they use all different kinds of mnemonics and basically anything they can think of to help you remember the most important information for each topic. The one thing I absolutely love about these cheat sheets is when you open it up, they once again use mnemonics and even just silly little things to help you remember the content. I have found myself reaching for this a bunch. It's super concise, super easy to read, and believe it or not, I feel like it has almost everything you're going to need for NCLEX. So I've been specifically just studying from this and my Saunders book and then doing UWorld questions so far. So I just wanted to let y'all know that I will go ahead and leave the link down for this cheat sheets down below in case you are interested in purchasing it. I realized myself that these cheat sheets are such a great addition to my NCLEX study routine, and honestly, I could have utilized and benefited from these cheat sheets back in nursing school. I'm so glad I'm letting you guys know about it now so you can go ahead and get your hands on it, and it's actually not as expensive as I thought it was going to be, so it is one of those more affordable resources that you can look into. Really quickly, I just wanted to show you that there are 70 cheat sheets in here, and I obviously can't show you everything because of copyright reasons, but I did want to show you the table of contents so you have a good general understanding of what's in here. So they talk about test taking strategies, lab values, fundamentals, cardiovascular, respiratory, integumentary, immune, endocrine, GI, electrolytes, hematological, musculoskeletal, nervous, reproductive, and pharmacology. And this is so cute. They have a little letter written at the beginning, and this little character I wanted to show you. These are like the characters that they use throughout all their videos and that they use throughout the study guide. They obviously do have more characters than just people, but I did just want to let you know that they create their own cartoons and they put in so much time and effort for students to be able to learn all this information. So I highly recommend check it out on Amazon. I've been benefiting from it and I thought I would go ahead and let y'all know.
You've been running around in my head. I can't stop drinking about what comes next. Girl, I know you've been let down a couple times. Why don't you go ahead and give us a try? Let me through, yeah.
I just finished writing out my NCLEX study schedule. Now, I do want to just point something out really fast, and that is my study schedule is pretty full from the end of May to beginning of June. Now, the reason that I did this is because I was told to go ahead and study every day, even if it's just a minimum of 20 questions. So you will see that some days are a lot busier than others, and my goal is to try to do at least 30 to 45 questions a day. I want to continue improving on my mental stamina because the test is a minimum of 75 questions. So some days I'm gonna do 30 questions, some days I'm gonna do 45, other days I might try to attempt 80, 90, 100, maybe even 130, 140. Now I know that may sound crazy, but I might be that person that ends up taking over 100 questions. So I wanna make sure that I am mentally prepared prepared and ready. As you will see, every day I have a different number of questions, and I tried my best to correspond the questions that I have with the section that I'm studying. So I do have my ATI live review these 3 days. I've already finished peds and OB, so I'm going straight into mental health. I did decide to go ahead and make mental health a little bit longer, and the reason that I did this is because I am giving myself, if I can, 1 day a week to be able to go over any missed questions that I have on UWorld to make sure I completely understand why I got it wrong and maybe go back over and retest myself on the questions that I got wrong. Then I go straight into fundamentals, which I did take a little bit of time to go over fundamentals as well. Now, I do just want to say fundamentals has a ton of questions, so I did just dedicate 1 day to going over all the UWorld questions that I won't be able to complete this week on this Monday. And if I have some time, I do want to complete one of the Saunders assessment, which is only just 75 questions, so that should take me no more than 2 hours to get through. Then I go into leadership, which I only gave myself 3 days just because I am pretty good at leadership and have already taken this class, so it's pretty fresh in my mind. Then the rest of the days I do save for adult health, and once again, like I said, I am going to be doing the corresponding questions with the information that I'm going over, and then if I have time and I'm able to, I'm going to do the medications that correspond with each section as well.
I wanna wrap you up in my arms, so make some space next to your heart. Now to take it slower, slower, and I just wanna show you. Even though you're right next to me, it feels like miles in between.
Y'all, guess what came in the mail? I had to sit down for a minute because I had 5 packages. Some were things that I ordered, didn't know everything was gonna get here today. And then one of the last packages that I opened was my dean's medallion. This is just so exciting. Oh my God. I legit cried when they called my name. I cried. The front of it does have the name of my school, but the back of it just says 2021 Dean's Gold Medallion and then my name. This is like so official, and this is really heavy. If y'all knew me in undergrad, I was such a mess in college when it came to everything. To just come out of my nursing program, even being able to just qualify and being nominated for something like this is just incredible to me. I worked so hard in nursing school. I mean, you can go back and watch all my videos if you want and kind of see exactly what I did to get to where I am today, and I just can't even believe that I got this medal, and I'm just so honored. I don't think my nursing school understands how honored I am to have this medal. And the teacher who actually wrote me the letter of recommendation, who nominated me, reached out to me and said, I am so happy for you. I wish it was in person. You had me in tears. I love that professor, and I honestly couldn't have asked for a better nursing school experience. And, you know, my experience wouldn't have been the same anywhere else I went. And that's what I tell everybody. Your nursing school experience is your own. And regardless of where you go, you just have to make the most of it. No matter what school you're at, no matter what you're studying, you make the most of it. Get to know your professors, use all your resources, get your name out there, so then when it's letter of recommendation time, you get phenomenal letters of recommendation. Today actually starts the ATI 3-day live review. The only reason why I'm doing this is because it was in my tuition, so I already paid for it, and I figured why not benefit from doing a straight 3-day review. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, and I will definitely keep y'all updated if I like it, because I know a couple people have asked me if I know anything about ATI when it comes to NCLEX studying, so I'm gonna give it a chance, see if I like it. I feel like this is going to be such a long week of studying, and you know, it is time for me to get serious, sit down, because I really do need my license before any of these residency programs start, unless I want to work as a graduate nurse. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up for the ATI live review.
And even though you're right next to me, it feels like miles in between. You take a chance, girl, I dare you.
Day 1 of ATI is complete. I think at the end, I'll kind of let y'all know like my overall thoughts and feelings of ATI. The students in my program just took the comprehensive predictor exam, and they kind of took our weak points. So they're really just going over random topics, and there has been really no rhyme or reason to it. Also, a mosquito bit my lip today, so I took some Benadryl, and now I'm starting to feel so sleepy. Hey y'all, it's day 2 of ATI NCLEX review, and of course I look like a mess this morning, but that's okay because I'm just going to Zoom right here at my home, and we don't even have to have our video cameras on. Actually, they tell us to turn them off, so I'm gonna look like this all day. I have 2 more days and I have to attend both days, so we're gonna see how it goes. They did say that students that do attend have a 98% chance of passing first time around, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that that's true. Now I'm just gonna go ahead, get my stuff together, and then just get signed on.
It feels like miles in between. Take a chance, girl, I dare you.
I am done with day 2 of ATI. As you can see, it's been a long day. My hair is already falling. I had to put it up in a bun today because I just got so annoyed with it as I was writing. In this review, they're not so much reviewing concepts. What they're doing is they're kind of just going back over the comp predictor exam we've already completed, and they're kind of just giving us the rationales and explaining why the answer is correct. And they're also telling us how many students got it incorrect. All in all, it's like I know my own weak points. I feel like the information that we're going over, some of it's good for me to know. Other things I'm just like, well, I already know this. So we're really just taking the weak points of the group as a whole. So I will definitely let you know tomorrow my overall thoughts on how this is going. Good morning. It is Wednesday. It's day 3 of this ATI. It's a little painful. Having to sit on Zoom from 8 to 4, or technically Eastern time, 9 to 5, because my school is in a central time zone. So I do have to log on and listen at the time that they are giving the presentation. It's been so hard for me to get out of bed this morning and actually log on. But I am gonna go log on, get all settled in, and then start the day. Hello everyone, I apologize for the dust. I don't know why it's so dusty in here. It is a couple days after my ATI live review. I'm currently driving to Tampa. I live about an hour and 15 minutes north of the city center now, so like more into the rural area. And I'm actually going to a Tampa Bay Lightning hockey game today. If you've watched my channel previously, you would know that I am a hockey fan. I know I put it in a couple of my videos before, so that is what today is all about. I realized I never filmed an opinion conclusion of my ATI live review, so that's what I wanted to do on this hour drive to where I'm going, just to give y'all my overall thoughts of how I thought the live review went. I know I put in my comments here and there, and I just want to be honest with y'all. I don't want my opinion to stop you from using ATI if you feel like that resource is going to be beneficial, but I was not too impressed. Now, there are some things that I feel like I did benefit from, which I will get to in a minute. Overall, the experience itself wasn't what I thought it was going to be. The first day, half of the day was talking about the test, what you need to prepare, what you need to take with you to the testing center. I just feel like that information is beneficial to go over, but it didn't need to be half the day. And really, I could have looked at that information myself. So I just felt like we could have utilized more of that time to go over content. The first day as well, the instructor was a little rude, I'm not gonna lie. I was very disappointed because when it came time to talking about our comp predictors, the instructor only had a fraction of the students who actually took the comp predictor. Let me tell you, it was a very small number. One thing about the test results was about half of the students did not perform up to the percentage they needed to pass the first time around. And this is where I was kind of disappointed, because instead of telling the students maybe what they can do to improve their score, maybe point us to some resources, all the professor did was down talk the students and say, I'm very terrified for y'all. You know, this isn't good. I don't think you're gonna pass the first time around. You're gonna have to put in so much hard work and time and energy to be able to pass. I think many of you guys are in trouble. You know, I know some professors like to use the scare tactic, but when it comes to an exam that you need for your license to be able to practice in the career you just graduated from, I don't think that was appropriate. I really feel like that kind of down talk on students is what causes test anxiety, or at least is one cause of test anxiety. So I was trying not to listen to the professor when they were using this scare tactic. Even throughout questions throughout the few days, this instructor still said things like that if the students weren't choosing the correct answer. I just don't learn that way. You guys know me. I love a positive environment, keeps my mind in a healthy mindset, especially when it comes to testing, because I do have test anxiety. I have major test anxiety, actually. So I just like to make sure that I keep a positive environment, and that is what has helped me. Maybe students do benefit from this scare tactic, but I don't. And I didn't think it was very funny. I didn't really appreciate it at all as a student, knowing that my career is dependent on this pass or fail. For the most part, the whole entire ATI live review was just going over the comp predictor that we already did. We essentially went over some content, and then we would answer a question from the comp predictor that related to that topic. And other than that, we bounced back and forth between topics, and I know that that's how NCLEX is going to be. Some students really benefited from that, but I definitely like to study in a structured way. Keeping like a structure and order really helps me, where I just felt very discombobulated throughout those 3 days. After the third day, they did give us like these practice assessments for each specific topic that is going to be tested on NCLEX. I think I got about 10 of them, if I can remember correctly. It was around that range. They gave us a bunch. I might implement these within my test study plan. I'm not 100% sure. The questions are sometimes just confusing. The answer choices are a little funky. I don't know if I'm just gonna stick with UWorld, because I love UWorld. I love the way they ask the questions. UWorld just makes sense to me, so I'm not 100% sure. I might give a couple a try just to see if I like them, because these look like legit assessments, and I could always benefit from more practice questions, especially if I run out of UWorld questions before I'm done with my study routine. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. I highly recommend, when it comes to ATI, if you are able to get your hands on them, to get the ATI bundle, which has every single class. Those bundle of books helped me through all of my classes. The only 2 books I know for sure I did not use was the nutrition and the community. I recommend that if you can get the bundle, those are such a great Cliff's Notes version of everything you need to know. It's in the nursing process, so it's very easy to follow and understand. But as for going out of the way to pay the 3-day ATI live review, I wouldn't do it unless it comes in your tuition. Personally, I've heard great things about UWorld. Maybe that's the first place you should start. If it comes in your tuition, then use the ATI. I believe they said 98% pass the first time around if they use ATI. That's a great percentage. So if you put in the time and effort into using all these ATI materials and do your own personalized study plan that they tell you to do, then I recommend doing ATI, because you will benefit from it. That is pretty much my overall opinion. I thought I would let y'all know how the live 3-day ATI review went, because a couple of students actually reached out to me and asked me how I thought about ATI and what I thought about for NCLEX studying. However, I was not originally going to do it. It just was in my tuition, and I didn't want that money to go to waste. Actually, a solid half of the students didn't even show up for the 3-day live review, so many of the students didn't even take advantage of it. Seriously, if you love ATI and if you want to try it out, don't let my opinion stop you. I think that everybody studies differently, so if UWorld is not for you, then definitely check out ATI. They have tons of questions, what they said 3,000 in the question bank, and then they give you different assessments. That is pretty much all I wanted to say about the ATI live review. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there so y'all know what I think, but don't let that stop you. Like I said, try it out if you want to. For the rest of the day, I am just driving to Tampa, and I am going to the Tampa Bay Lightning game, so of course I will update y'all a little bit later on how my day is going.
We are experiencing a temporary blackout.
Alright, that is all that I have for you in today's video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comment section down below if you have any suggestions that you'd like for me to do in the future. I'm always open to creating videos that y'all want to see, and I always just want to wish you luck on your nursing journey.